Welcome back, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here for today's explainer. Now, if you're a focused learner who loves having your preconceived notions totally turned upside down, you're in the exact right place. Because today we're looking at a country right in the heart of South America. Salt flats, llamas, the Andes, that's the Bolivia most people picture. But what if I told you there's a country with the world's largest mirror, a city higher than most mountains, and an ancient civilization that actually came before the Inca? Well, we're talking about Bolivia, and I promise you, we are going to shatter the usual stereotypes. So pose for a second. Think you know Bolivia? If you're like most of us, your mind probably jumps straight to those massive salt flats, maybe a couple of cute llamas looking at the camera, and the towering peaks of the Andes. And hey, those things are absolutely true, and they're undeniably beautiful, but they're really just one tiny fraction of the story. Sticking only to those images is kind of like looking at the cover of a book and assuming you know every single plot twist inside. Okay, let's dive into this. The expectation on the left, well, that's what we're fed by basic travel brochures. But the reality? That is what we're going to uncover today. We are exploring a country that boasts the world's largest natural mirror, cities built higher than most mountains, and ancient civilizations that thrived long before the Inca even existed. We've got 10 incredibly surprising facts to get through, so let's just jump right in. Section 1. A land of extremes. Let's explore Bolivia's mind-bending geography and staggering altitudes. All right, here's fact number 1, and it is a true natural marvel. Salar de Uyuni is the absolute largest salt flat on Earth. But what's really fascinating is how this landscape completely transforms depending on the weather. During the dry season, it's this vast, endless white geometric desert of cracked salt. But when the rainy season rolls around, a thin layer of water settles over the surface. When that happens, the whole desert turns into a giant, perfectly still mirror reflecting the sky. It literally makes it impossible to tell where the Earth ends and the heavens begin. Moving from the flat plains to some truly dizzying heights brings us to fact number 2. 3,600. That's the elevation in meters above sea level of La Paz. Now, quick technicality here. Bolivia's constitutional capital is actually Sucre, but its seat of government is La Paz, making it the world's highest seat of government. It's built entirely inside this huge canyon, and rather than traditional subways, get this, they have a massive network of cable cars floating over the rooftops. It's exactly like public transport from the future. Our third extreme geographical feature and fact number 3 on our list is Lake Titicaca. Nestled incredibly high up in the Andes Mountains, right on the border between Bolivia and Peru, this isn't just a scenic vacation spot. It holds the title as one of the world's highest large navigable lakes. But beyond the geographical stats, it has served as a profoundly sacred body of water to Andean cultures for thousands of years. It's an extreme environment that has genuinely nurtured extreme devotion. Moving on to Section 2, Deep Historical Roots. Let's see how history shaped this incredible nation. From the towering heights of Bolivia's physical landscape, we're going to dig deep into the majestic history that built the foundation of this country. Looking at Bolivia's timeline, we uncover an incredible chronological narrative. We can connect the dots between a powerful pre-Inca spiritual center to the staggering wealth of a colonial silver boom, all the way to a legendary revolutionary leader. All 3 of these eras are deeply woven into the fabric of Bolivia's identity today. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that it completely rewrites what a lot of us were taught in history class. Fact number 4 is Tiwanaku. Located near that massive Lake Titicaca we just talked about, Tiwanaku was a major spiritual and political center long before the famous Inca Empire ever even existed. With its massive stone gates, intricate temples, and these mysterious carvings, Tiwanaku is hard proof that the Andes hosted highly advanced, powerful civilizations centuries before most people realize. Jumping forward to the 16th and 17th centuries brings us to fact number 5, Potosí. Thanks to the Cerro Rico, which literally translates to rich mountain, this city produced enormous, almost incomprehensible amounts of silver. Because of this single mountain, Potosí became one of the richest cities on Earth and one of the most vital mining centers globally. However, it's absolutely essential to understand that this incredible wealth came at a terrible cost. The city became a deeply tragic symbol of ruthless colonial extraction. And fact number 6, which beautifully ties up our historical section, the name of the country itself. Bolivia takes its name directly from Simón Bolívar. He was the legendary independence leader whose military campaigns practically reshaped the map of South America. It's actually an exceptionally rare historical fact to have an entire country named directly after a revolutionary figure. I mean, that just tells you exactly how massive Bolivar's impact really was. Which brings us to Section 3, Adrenaline and Pride. Let's explore Bolivia's vibrant modern culture. I hope you're still with me, focused learners, because we're bringing the energy right back up. We're diving into a side of Bolivia that is thrilling, bold, and fiercely proud. Let's look at fact number 7, and honestly, this one is not for the faint of heart. The youngest road, universally nicknamed the Death Road. This narrow, terrifying stretch of dirt descends dramatically from the high, freezing peaks of the Andes straight down toward the humid Amazon basin. With its sheer cliffs, unpredictable fog, super narrow hairpin turns, and dramatic drop-offs, it earned an infamous reputation as one of the world's most dangerous roads. But what's really fascinating is how humanity reacts to danger, right? Today, this notorious route has become a massive global magnet for extreme cyclists, looking for the ultimate adrenaline rush. Crazy, right? From extreme sports to extreme cultural expression, fact number 8 brings us to the high-altitude city of El Alto. Here, you're going to find the Cholito wrestlers. These are Bolivian women who step right into the wrestling ring completely decked out in their traditional clothing. We're talking brightly colored Polaris skirts, intricate shawls, and their signature bowler hats. It is an absolute spectacle. But what makes this so much more than just a novelty is the journey of how it actually evolved. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. What began merely as weekend entertainment has transformed into a truly profound statement. These Cholita wrestlers have become a bold symbol of indigenous pride and female confidence. By taking up space in a male-dominated arena, while proudly wearing the clothing that their ancestors were once marginalized for, these women are physically fighting for their cultural identity. It's just incredibly empowering to witness. Moving to Section 4, Unbelievable Natural Wonders. Let's dive into some staggering biodiversity. Check out fact number 9. For our final thematic chapter today, we're going to step away from the cities and the history books and just immerse ourselves in Bolivia's unbelievable natural wonders. The biodiversity and landscapes here are so colorful and unexpected, they honestly feel like they belong on another planet. Take Madidi National Park. This single protected area stretches all the way from freezing Andean peaks down into the sweltering Amazon rainforest. Because of this massive change in elevation, it's one of the most biodiverse parks on Earth. In this one single park, Bolivia contains jaguars, monkeys, bright macaws, rare spectacled bears, rushing rivers, high cloud forests, and deep lowland jungle. The sheer concentration of life here is simply staggering. And if the jungle wasn't enough, fact number 10 brings us back up to the high-altitude southwest, to the Laguna Colorada. I want you to imagine this, a shallow, sprawling lake that turns a brilliant, vivid red because of this unique mix of algae and minerals in the water. And if a bright red lake wasn't surreal enough on its own, the water is absolutely filled with large flocks of feeding flamingos. It is genuinely one of the strangest, most colorful, and honestly most breathtaking landscapes anywhere in South America. Finally, Section 5, the true Bolivia. Let's look beyond those initial stereotypes. So, as we begin to wrap up this explainer, I want us to take a step back and look at the big picture here. We started today by acknowledging the basic, kind of flat stereotypes of this country, and we're ending by revealing the true Bolivia. Let's recap this incredible journey we just took. Bolivia is where the sky literally becomes a mirror on the earth. It's where highly advanced ancient Andean civilizations rose up long before the Inca Empire existed. It is the place where a single mountain of silver completely changed world economic history. And it's where proud women literally wrestle in traditional dress. As we can clearly see, those famous salt flats, they are truly only the beginning of the story. Which brings us to our final thought for today's explainer. Silver, salt, and strength. We've seen a nation totally defined by geographical extremes, deep history, and a vibrant, modern culture. So, I'm going to leave you with this question to ponder. Which side of Bolivia will you explore first? Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Keep asking questions, keep challenging those stereotypes, and I will see you in the next explainer.